Well, hello everybody. How's everybody doing? It's a fabulous one here. It's even more fabulous because you guys are on. And I'm back to do the video I told you we were going to do. Side-by-side comparison of what are, in theory, two identical products. The Gillette Mach3, the original, and the Gillette Mach3 Turbo. I just did the Mach3 Turbo shave the other day. But first off, I need to pause the video for 1 quick second, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that. We've just got too much clutter going on. And, just had to fix a few things real quick, but we got two razors. The Gillette Mach3 and the Mach3 Turbo. The Mach3 was the first three-blade razor, released by Gillette in 2001. The idea was that it had this lubrication strip and then 5 microfins right here to help aid razor glide, soften whiskers prior to the shave and during the shave, and also help with lubrication, reduce friction, and what have you. Then, because that was so good, after 3 years, in the latter part of 2001, the Gillette Mach3 Turbo was released. I hold them up to the phone, and as you can see, not a shitload of difference, really. Other than the obvious fact is the two different colors. The Mach3 Turbo being a little bit fancier with the whitish, grayish, blue rubberized grip that's virtually the same texture as the black rubberized grip on the Mach3. But the idea is that it had 10 microfins right in here instead of the 5 of this, and that the blades had this optimized anti-friction coating on them that this didn't have for an optimized shave. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to do two shaves side by side, the Mach3 on one side, the Mach3 Turbo on the other. We're going to apply shaving cream. We're going to do 2 to 3 passes. And we're going to compare the differences. So I'm going to lather up. Going to be using Barbasol Original. And a shout out during this shave to a couple of people. Dave Hess. I've said hello to you before. And another new subscriber, The Budget Shaver. And for those of you who I haven't included yet, if you watch my channel, I encourage you to check out The Budget Shaver. I think he's got a great channel. I'm going to stop and lather up and come back and decide which razor on which side to do first. All right, we're back. And now, just getting ready. Just getting started. So we're going to do the first pass on the right side with the Mach3. So, Gillette, no matter what they've said, they can never convince me any sort of truthfulness about their products. I always feel it necessary to do side-by-side shootouts. And most of the time, I've never been won over by a single thing they've said. But I'm at least confident enough and try to be objective enough to give this all a fair shake. And so far, I get the classic results that I always expect from the Mach3. And it does a good job without tug and pull. It doesn't do an acceptable enough job to do just one pass. I knew that going in, as I now go to the left side with the Mach 3 Turbo. And I do notice that it slices through a little bit more. I can kind of feel it slicing through a little bit more blades, but I feel just a little bit more tug and pull, but not an objectionable amount. So I will say that as far as Gillette's line of fusions that all started back in 2006, I really will just be blunt with respect to that and say that I believe that the Gillette Fusion was a sham. Well, I gotta say that both, I feel like the down pass, going with the grain, which was a rather quickly done process, rather comparable. No clear winner, kind of to be expected. Time to pause for round 2, preparation. Alrighty. Going up the neck. That'll be the divider line. Mach 3 against the grain and across the grain. Neck, it's a little bit harder, obviously, to judge which direction you're going all the time. Sometimes on the neck you do both simultaneously. It's hard to ever go just one direction at once on your neck when you shave, especially for me. My beard, it has weird habits of going all different directions. That's the biggest pain in the ass when it comes to shaving, but we're doing the sideways pass on the face, cross the grain, light gentle strokes. Up on the mustache a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and make a slide against the grain pass without doing a complete relather. And now it's nice smoothness. Nice pure Gillette smoothness. I want to know for Barbasol users, if anybody has any cans left out there, the old Barbasol, which had the word Beard Buster on it, which was, that logo was discontinued in the latter part or summer of 2013. If any of you guys ever happen to see that, drop a comment below. Or if you have a couple spare cans in your house, basement, something of which, and they haven't been used, you don't want them, or even they have been, you've just never thrown them away, send me your email address, and, send me an email, which is B as in boy, Crapo, C-R-A-P as in Paul, O as in ocean, 24 like Miguel Cabrera or Jeff Gordon, at gmail.com. And I'd certainly be interested in collecting those. The one that looks like the can that you saw in Jurassic Park. I'm just a Barbasol fanatic. Kind of like Sinatra Lennon. I'm a huge fan of his channel, and he's a Barbasol lover. He used it so much on his channel, as a matter of fact, to where Barbasol actually sent him an entire gift package, and you can find that on his YouTube channel, Sinatra Lennon. Sinatra, if you're watching this, I don't know if the Bob Ross of shaving is the correct term for your, to describe your shaving channel, but I really like it. It's calming to watch, it's peaceful, and you have a great passion that's really contagious and ultimately led me to a channel. Well, everybody, the verdict, and I'll get to that when we come back. Overall, really smooth. I loved it. So I'm going to pause to rinse up, clean the razors, even put on some aftershave. Not going to do that on here tonight, but we'll be back to discuss the fine points. Ladies and gentlemen, Brando's World back here after getting all mugged up and cleaned up. And after careful consideration, I'm absolutely convinced that the Gillette Mach 3 and the Mach 3 Turbo are 100% equals in their own game. Fabulous shave, 5 out of 5 stars on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd say 10. A perfect 10. Great rubberized grips. Great anti-friction coating. The perfect amount of blades in a cartridge razor. Not too many, but not too little if you're the type of person that likes a cartridge razor, a multi-blade razor, and you just don't really want to get into the whole safety razor thing. And if you are someone who's considered it and feels like, hey, I think I'm wrong because I haven't considered the double-edged razor thing. People are getting into it. It's hip now. No, you don't, sometimes that kind of stuff is just highbrow. It's kind of a thing for, the elitist. And I'm not an elitist, and that's one reason I haven't completely switched over to it. There are things I like about a cartridge razor, even though it does cost more money. And that's why I'm still not convinced I'm going to be a full-time DE razor user. But I think either of these are a good option. Unfortunately, the Gillette Mach 3 Turbo and the replacement cartridges have been discontinued. You can still order them on eBay, and I would encourage you to do so, or Amazon, if you can, or anywhere that you can. With that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and until then, so long for now, ladies and gentlemen.